What's going on YouTube? I know it's been a while and I haven't posted much, but figured this should be a good opportunity, what I'm working on now, to record some kind of video here. Let me show you what I'm working on. A Tamiya TT02 and a Tamiya TT01. I'm pulling the brushless Castle Creations 3800 kV motor out of the TT01, putting that in the TT02. As for the the TT01, I have options. I could go brushless. I've been brushed because I have brushed motors there. Or, most likely, I'll throw this Dynamite Taser 3300 kV motor in there. And eventually get an ESC. The reason I want to put the more powerful motor and better gearing in the TT02 when it was already in the TT01. TT01 is bone stock. Plastic drive shaft, plastic steering components, just stock, bone stock. This at least has, the TT02 has hardened differential gears inside and steel drive shaft, and not that it matters, but steel upgraded belt cranks for the steering. So this being a little bit beefier in some areas than that, the TT01 than the 2, the 2 than the 1, it makes sense to put more power in the more powerful motor in that one. Plus, I don't know yet if I really wanted to with the TT01 and I wanted to go brushed. I got the torque tune motor so I could enter all the on-road classes, which might be an option, but we're messing with this today. So, up the camera here, you can somewhat kind of get a decent view of what I'm messing around with, and let me get to it. I'm gonna throw the make sure these are tight. These, now that I lost all my screwdrivers and shit. I'll have to use this. Just to make sure they're good and tight. Alright. Now for the gear, I'm going with this here decent sized gear. It shows 18 tooth 18 on the gear, but it is physically bigger a little bit than this this gear here. And this gear is a 19 tooth, which is slightly smaller. Figure that out. But I'm going to go with a little bit bigger of the gear on the Castle motor here. And gonna rock and roll. Hey, how you doing? This TT02 currently is running a Reedy ESC. A Reedy SC600BL ESC. It is 2 or 3S capable. and it has a fan. And with this pair, it was originally paired with the Castle motor and the TT01. Now that I have the Reedy ESC and the TT02, I wanted to put them back paired together again because they worked good together. Therefore, hopefully, everything will work. Shoot. I see now. That's the 25 pinion, which I don't even know if I have. So we're gonna have to turn this thing back around and move this. And I'm gonna eventually have to get a steel one of these so it's a little stronger. I think the plastic's a little bent, but that means I have to take the gear back off again. So what had happened here was I tried switching the motor plate around because of it flopping around, and it kind of is loose. It's just the gear is way too off because flipping it around pushes it away from the spur gear, and doing that and so will work if you have a bigger gear, which I believe the setting for that was a 25 tooth, which I do not have at the moment. But this thing on the 19 or 18 tooth, whatever I have that I'm using now, with that Castle motor, is plentiful for what I'm going to be running. Even on a 2S, it's plentiful. Let's see what's going to line this up here. I really like to know where that little Torx driver's thing went, but I don't know. I bought a whole set and I already lost the main one that I use the most. Since that's set, I believe, for the 18-19, I'm gonna run this here 18 on here. Now back to this one here. Now we got the engine mount and the gear on there. We'll slide this back into place. Now I'll turn the TT02 on its side, because on the bottom here, the TT02 has two screws that go into that bottom of that motor plate to hold it down in place. The TT01 does not. So that's the difference that you'll know automatically right off the back, the TT01 to the TT02. Unless it does, and nope, this one doesn't. TT01, I just checked, verified it. Yeah. So now we could throw these screws back in here for the bottom of the motor plate of the TT01. Hey, look what I found. The hex tool I was looking for. I'll thread these right back in here. And that'll hold the motor plate down nice and nice where it's got to go. There's one. And now another thing I'm going to have to eventually do with this, or that I want to do, is I want to either see if Tamiya makes sway bars front and rear for this. If not, see if someone can make them. Or 3D print something, or whatever the case. I have a feeling that would be of big help to me. A nice sway bar on this thing would probably help it tremendously. Okay. Technical difficulties. We will be right back with your regular scheduled program. Okay. We're back. I don't know what I did, what the problem was, but I got to work now. This thing is going to be ridiculous. Time to put it back together. Turn that off for now. Put it back on its side. I'm going to start getting these screws back in there. Put that down there like so. Okay. Now for the cover. Battery out for now. Probably even disconnect it. Take those wiring and shit out the way for now. And now we'll put this stuff all back together. And that castle is where it belongs. Back at home where it belongs with the Reedy ESC. I'm happy. I am happy. Now for all these scrongeelies. Another thing I've noticed, for the most part, unless it's something that somebody's messed with, but the TT01 versus the TT02, I've noticed has a lot more Phillips head screws and stuff like that, versus the TT01 has more. Oh no, TT01 has more Phillips head screws. The TT02 has more Torx bit. There it is. Ah, I see what's going on here. So I kind of have to put it the other way. Well, so much for that. I could probably notch this out, but then if I did so, by doing so, I'm going to run myself into a bigger problem. Because at that point, notching it out is going to allow for debris and everything to get inside. So I want to check something first. And if this works out, good. If not, then I know I got a problem here. I kind of think I already do have a problem because the case is hitting. Whatever so shall happen if I were to Ah, there we are. Perfect. Now, this might have either helped me or it did not a dang thing. But we gonna find out. I'll let you guys know here in a second on what I just did. There you go, now you can see it. I notched out that inner part of the case. See if I can get this to sit a little bit more Nope. I think it's the, well, temporary difficulties. Get back to you in a second. Well, 20 minutes later, it's back together and it works. I won. Haha. Now this car I will be running on a 2S, this particular 2S, to be specific for now. So I got my 3800 Castle motor. I got my Reedy ESC. With the fan. Bam. Ready to rock. I'm just going to clean these wiring up a little bit. And then should be ready for the body to go back on. And the foam tires to test the speed run. But I'm going to end the video here. It's been long enough as it is, and it's been an absolute headache, but it's all back together, so we'll see how it goes. But thanks for watching. If you stayed tuned this long, I appreciate it. Thanks for, if you're subscribed and you got the notification bell all hooked up, and I appreciate for the support. And thank you guys and gals, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Peace out.